Welcome to The Journal here on DW. I'm Ben Fazulin with your 3 minutes of news.
Former Russian tycoon Mikhail Khodorkovsky has been freed after over a decade behind bars. His release comes after President Vladimir Putin signed a decree earlier today pardoning his one-time rival. He said Khodorkovsky had applied for the pardon due to his mother's deteriorating health. 2 jailed members of the band Pussy Riot are also due to be released as part of a mass amnesty. European Union leaders are meeting for the second day of their summit in Brussels. They're expected to discuss ties with Ukraine, which recently rejected an EU trade agreement. On Thursday, the focus was on boosting the bloc's defense capabilities. France asked for support for its military involvement in Central African Republic, but there was disagreement on how far defense cooperation should go in general. The European Union has lost its top credit rating from the agency Standard & Poor's. S&P downgraded the bloc from AAA to AA+. It cited weaker creditworthiness among member states and Britain's plans for a referendum on EU membership for the one-notch downgrade.
The United Nations says 3 of its peacekeepers were killed in an attack on one of its bases in South Sudan. Militants from the country's second-largest ethnic group, the Nuer, attacked the base in Jonglei State. They targeted civilians from the majority Dinka community who were taking shelter there. South Sudan is fracturing along ethnic lines after a failed coup at the weekend. In the Philippines, 4 people have been killed in an ambush by gunmen outside Manila's international airport. The mayor of a town in the south of the country was among the victims. Officials say they were waiting outside a terminal building shortly after landing when 2 gunmen on a motorcycle approached and opened fire on them. The motive behind the shooting is still unclear.
And more than 70 people have been injured after part of the ceiling of a theatre in London's West End collapsed during a sold-out show. Hundreds of emergency workers rushed to the Apollo Theatre in London's Shaftesbury Avenue, and all those trapped inside were quickly freed. It's unclear what caused the part of the building to cave in. Many in the audience initially thought it was part of the performance.
And that brings you up to date. For more, tune in next hour.